What's up guys, it's Tenacious Gaming, and today we are playing The First Tree. Now, so The First Tree is a game that when I was over at my friend's place, I watched a trailer for it and it looked super interesting. I know this is like a very slow-paced game and a very kind of adventurous game, so there's a lot of exploring going on and a lot of other stuff like that. So it's a short game, but you have to explore if you want to find everything. And I don't know if I'm going to try and find everything, I don't really think so. Um, but I'm gonna play through the game probably as I normally would, and we'll just go from there. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cute. The fox paws. It's a cutscene. It's a very pretty looking game. Like very pretty looking game. Very pretty. Oh, it's a little fox. How cute. I really like the art style in this game. Okay. Oh.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know, it seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes, I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Gee, I wish I had a girlfriend like that. Damn. Single life. Okay, so far it seems to be a very the story behind it seems to be pretty kind of serious. So I'm not sure what happens exactly. I guess we'll find out the more we discover here. So I'm kind of just running around at this point, right now at the moment. Yeah, so I have talk holder on. It's a very pretty game. Like it's simple, but I like the cell shaded kind of ideal of it. Like it's a very simplistic but pretty game. Yes, I know I have double jump. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for. As I've so far been very good at telling me what I'm looking for. So I guess it's just for the most part, mostly just exploring. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm looking for, no general idea. Something is casting a shadow over there, so let's go take a look at that. If that's just a tree. This double jump's kind of cheap, though, by the way. Just straight up. Okay, so no fall damage either, it would appear, so it's just this is actually like a very calming, it's a very relaxing kind of feeling game. Oh, what's this? Okay, so it seems some sort of memory trigger point here. Maybe? I don't remember what the controls were. I don't know if I'm interacting, so there's something that's going on here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so nothing seems to be triggering here, so I don't know if I don't know what I'm looking for, to be to be straight up. Okay, I can't go that way. There's an invisible wall. Okay. Okay, so hold up here. Very high. Yeah, okay, cool. What's my... Actually, yeah, I want that on. I want the subtitles on. The subtitles are good. So, looks like, okay, so I guess there's nothing to interact with there. Surprised it didn't, like, give me a... Like, it gave me the controls off at the start. But, okay, well, whatever. Let's, run around over here then, I guess. Very, very pretty game. I'm just, like, right now I'm really just, like... Really just kind of just relaxed. Just enjoying. This is, like, even that sun... Because, like I said, it's super, super simple, but it's still pretty, and I know I've talked about this a lot already in the last, like, 6 minutes. So let's go down here, over here. What do we have over here? Oh, there's some more purpley areas. So I'm assuming you're supposed to interact with those purple areas somehow, but I don't know how, what for. I don't know what's the point of this. So it looks like there was like a tent picnic that happened over here. Alright. So I don't know what's going on here. Oh, big giant mountainscape there. I do really like the clouds. The purple in the clouds. It's a nice little detail instead of just having just a straight flush white cloud. I don't know, stuff like that. As someone who has a little bit of an art background or whatever else, I appreciate the different colors and the different layers that go in behind what may appear to be what we would call as white. Be actually a series of yellows and blues and pinks and purples and all that fun stuff. So like there's reds even in there as well. So it's quite refreshing to see that level of simplistic art in this game. And even in the snow, like the snow has the proper color texturing and whatever else. And the shadows line up pretty nicely, and so it looks so far to be like a very well designed, or graphically designed game. Oh, what's this? What's this? There's birdies. Oh, the birdies are gone. Oh no! Oh no! It's a little foxy.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
Oh, the little foxy's dead. I don't know if that's her baby or my baby. I don't know if I'm a female or a male. Can't. That level of detail has not been added, so I don't know. I'm gonna guess female. Wait, I think he said a mother or like a fox on top of the mountain, and she was looking for something. So I think I'm a
couldn't
female.
stay though.
Yeah, it's female.
She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
Okay, so a little bit of story here. Interesting way to transition to a title. It's raining now. Or sleeting, I guess, because they're in the mountains, so I guess it'd be slightly
Fox
frozen.
looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
So basically, I am the main character. Me. The person who's playing the game is I. It's me. I am the narrator. I'm the story behind this here. There's some little gophers. Bunny rabbits. Oh, look at little baby. Don't worry, I'm not going to eat you. I'm looking for my babies. Don't worry about it. What's going on over here? I see a pylon or something that seems to be going on here. Also a set of games. Some letters. Broken vases. And it's pointed up. Alright. So let's go this way then? I think if that's what it's pointing to. Oh. It's getting a little tougher for me to climb this. Hopefully I'm still going the right way. Maybe, potentially, I don't know. I guess so, it doesn't look like I can climb any higher than this. Oh yeah, there's the broken vases. Okay. So what happened here? I mean, a bunch of broken vases don't exactly help me at all. But I know it's there. Man, that music is, I guess it's just the settings that I have on there. It's quite loud. Okay, so we got some broken vases that we found. A lot of little shiny, little collectible points all over this map. Let's go to this shiny spot over here. Ooh, those jagged mountains there aren't as pretty as the rest of the game. It's pretty raw. Ugh. Rough. That's okay. Can't be perfect. Can't be perfect. Aw. No, baby. Okay, good. It's not another baby. It's just it's a dig spot.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Right.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Yeah, I can honestly say that I, from my childhood, have, I wouldn't say a similar experience, but I know the feels. It feels bad. It feels bad. Alright, so, now that we've found another little area, here's a little slide. Just a little bit of talking here that's been going on here. Boy, okay, so, man, I'm really liking that pink. Like that. I know I said the pink before, earlier. Oh, there's a little plane. Huh, so it must be another toy from his childhood, I guess. My childhood, question mark? Or whatever of relevance. Okay, so we got some notebooks. Joseph. So, main character's name is Joseph. Okay. So now we know that actually, so that's weird, that's my middle name. Maybe this story is about me after all, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Let's go see what this other shiny point here is for. It's another dig spot.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
Little train.
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
Oh, Man, this game's got some feels, man. I don't know if it's just because it's like, it's relatable. Or like certain parts of it is relatable to me, I feel. But man, he's got some feels. So clearly his dad has gone missing or something like that, or died or something like that. From what I'm gathering here, I mean obviously. But come on, give me them Chinese. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's so interesting. Music to this is really calming and gentle too. So far this is really, really interesting. Oh, there's another purple thing up there. So what did we find before? We found the lawn chairs that were trashed. And then we found the picnic bench with the tent. So let's go a shiny object off in the distance there. Alright, so what the tank? Go off to war?
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Okay, so he's gone missing, so... Okay, so... Is that what these are? These are just like big action carvings from what he had before? Okay, so... In the military... Well, that's kind of sad. Alright, so I guess we're moving on here. I don't know if those are I don't think those are climbable, really. So we'll keep exploring here. Keep exploring. Lots of little... There's still plenty of shiny points all over the map. Trying to keep a lookout for a lot of this stuff as much as possible. So I mean, honestly, so there's a lot of shiny little collectibles, but there's also there's stuff everywhere. From what we've seen so far, there's stuff laying around like absolutely everywhere. So I'm just trying to keep an open eye out for what's going on. Oh, school bus. So he had to take the bus to school, I'm guessing. Based on what I'm seeing here. This is a interesting story so far. So he lives pretty far away. Had to take a bus to school. I mean, pretty much every kid, right? Taking a bus to school. Okay, well, here's the next shiny boy. I don't know if I have that little purple, found that little purple thing that's down there. I'm gonna take a look at it after this here. So let's take this up.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing he's some sort of blueprintsman or like design or architecture or into some sort of design thing like that. Oh, that's a long fall. And guess what? The fox survived. The fox survived. Okay. Let's go check out what this purple thing is. Oh, it's a little... Okay, so it's just some tin metal here. So it's probably, I'm guessing this has got to do with the hideout, so the bags of chips. You made a little hideout out of the tin. That's kind of cool. Kind of cute, too. I remember when I used to do stuff like that as a kid. You build forts, whatever else naturally as you do. Oh, there's a swing set here. A hat. It's a duck hat. Oh. See, that's what I mean. There's a lot of little stuff in this game here. So you got a Hummer or Humvee kind of thing over here, it looks like. So there's probably something to do, another thing to do with the military. Yeah, there's the military canopy on the top. Or, I guess, or patch, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Let's go grab that shiny. There's actually, like, a lot of little hidden things in this game. Alright. Okay, so let's go to those next shiny areas over there. I can see. I bet you there's stuff on that cliffside that I missed when I was coming down. We'll go back out there eventually. And to those pinky purples. So I don't know if the sun's staying in the same spot or if it's actually going down at all. So we found one of the cubs, and we still need to find two. Oh, that's another area. Okay, I guess next area we go. Oh, we're in grass now. So I guess this is the next part of the dream. I'm hoping I didn't miss anything. I'm really hoping I didn't miss anything. Because I don't know how vital that is to filling in the pieces of the story. Having missing pieces or chapters. I don't know how vital that is. What's this? Another dig spot.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Oh. So you felt that sense of abandonment. That's sad, and so far this game is really kind of, it's kind of sad. Like super sad, kind of very melancholy. Alright, so lots of little fuzzy collecty stuff here. So I need some sort of butterfly thing, looks like, that I don't have. Butterfly plus double jump. Equals jump up there. So I'm guessing those things over there are the butterflies that I need. Probably, I don't know. Oh, yes. So did the butterflies go away? Yeah, they go away once you jump, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. chalkboard, full of papers, a bunch of trees, water lake, search area, police station, barber shop. I'm guessing that's what his dad looks like. That's what the son looks like, or that's what the kid looked like and now looks like. I really don't know. I can't really read what's in there. It's kind of thing. Oh, there's the police car. Oh, so again, we got drinking. So yeah, so hiding behind the rock, drinking, some bad habits, doing crazy stuff like you said. Police car, so I'm assuming you got arrested maybe at some point, or I'm not quite sure what that's about. So not quite sure. Man. It's hard to see the fox in the this grass here. Let's see what's all going on with this here. Got 2 baseball caps. I've got medic, a camo cap, so I'm guessing something to do with the military reference from before. Okay. Music. Again, music's really calming and really nice. Okay, so here we got a desk. Some smoking. Okay, so there's 2 pictures. So I'm assuming he got arrested for something.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Yeah. Okay. So he did get arrested. I'm gonna guess, or whatever. Got taken home. Got the phone call to the dad. I mean, obviously it makes sense. You just joyrided into your dad's truck and took it out for a spin. So I mean, obviously consequences would occur and happen for that. It happens. Ooh, that's pretty. Volcanic, crazy weed. There's another little thing. Good thing I went and grabbed that. Can I actually climb that cliff here? Oh, I sort of can. Not really. Come on, climb. No, I guess I can't climb that. Okay. Well. Let's go over here. Looks like I'm supposed to come down here anyways. Oh no, don't die, fox. No. Okay. Oh, there's the purple and yellow truck. So is this like... okay. Oh, I guess I'm gonna need the butterflies for that. Hello. Shiny! Okay. Oh no, I need those butterflies back. Come back! And they disappeared? I really don't know. Guess I'm gonna try and jump up to where that truck is. Yes. I don't know if I can, but no, doesn't look like I can. Okay, let's go. Let's go over here. There's something to dig up over here. Let's go dig it up.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
So, obviously, yeah, crazy, rebellious teenager. It was classic, I was hoping I was gonna find the tape in here, but I guess not. Okay, so we got the butterflies again. Can I have more than one butterfly on me? Let's find out. I don't know if I can get up there, though. Shiny head. Yeah, I don't know if I can get up there without. Oh well. Thought I might be able to, but. Well. Sparkle, shiny. Oh, got 43 of them. I don't. There's a way to get up. Oh, yeah, there's sparkles up there, so there's a way to get up there. I don't know where I found that other butterfly. It was over there. If I can get up over that cliff over there. There's something behind the waterfall there because it wants me to jump over there. What can? Yo. So I got 2 sets of butterflies on me. Didn't seem to much. I seem to jump about the same. So maybe I need all 3. No, I don't know. Not sure how to get up there. Let's go around this here. Okay. Two butterflies again. Oh, maybe I can get all 3. Maybe that's how I get up there. Need all 3 butterflies. That's like a super jump. So I can just fall into this one. Ooh. I'm like super shiny, glowy orb fox. Oh, let's see if this does anything. Doesn't seem to move any faster, but I'm gonna try and jump from here. Looks like I could have made it from over here if I would have done it properly. Okay, Okay, so I'm gonna go quickly run over there and go grab that, try and get on top of that truck there, and I think I'll close off that video here. Oh no, it's a tree in my way. What's this? It's a cute fox. Okay, so let's try that waterfall. Up and away we go, all the way back up here. Grab this butterfly set. Kind of like the premise of this. It's kind of almost like Soma, where you don't really know what happened, so you're trying to figure out what is going on the entire time, and that it's kind of intriguing to me. I kind of like the idea of the fact that I don't know what's going on, so therefore I have to, you know, try and figure out what's going on. I have to. Like, in order to understand what the story is and what's happening in the story, you have to find stuff. You have to look around. You have to find the story. You have to search. And as much as long-term and super and I guess slow progressive or anti-progressive games as they are, they always intrigue me, because it's one of those things where you're sitting on a cliffhanger kind of. But at the same time, you're not, like, you're basically, it's like a good book. You're constantly wanting to know more of what's happening there. Oh, I need all three of them. Okay. So I did need all three of them. Lovely. Okay. I know I need all three of them to get up there, so we'll get up there in the next. I'll be up there in the next part. So basically, you just need all three of them to jump all the way up. So I'll start off from over there next video, I think. So, anyways, I'm going to end the video here. So far, interesting game. I'm not 100% sure of what's happening in this thing. So we know that it's about this guy named Joseph. And he was a crazy teenager, and I guess he lost his dad, or his dad went missing, or something, so maybe something in military related, sometimes something or whatever else. I'm not quite sure what it is. So this is his dream that we're in, and we're exploring as the fox, and I guess as we're exploring with the fox, we're discovering more about his life story. So this is very interesting. It's nice and slow paced, and it's not super aggravating kind of style of game. So this is a nice change of pace here for me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be next Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to subscribble. Join my ambush and subscribble. That's right, instead of 3 times in a row. Please, pop that like button if you enjoyed this video. Please share. Ring that spicy taco bell for the spicy notifications. And I shall see you guys all next video.